Hi there, and welcome back to the Liam and Lucas Bible Podcast. So, unfortunately, Lucas could not be here today to record the video. So I've decided to cut what we're going to do in half, and I do half of it today, and then we'll expand upon it and go over the rest of it next week, hopefully, if Lucas is feeling better by then. So, what we're going to be going over today is 10 tests that God loves you. So, it can be hard to understand God's love and how it can apply to you in life, and how you can see God's love in life. So here are 10 tests which you can apply to yourself to know for certain that you know God's love and how it applies to you. So this whole video is based off of a book written by Dr. Martin Lloyd-Jones. 10 tests that God loves you. So the first point I want to be going over is it is a loss and absence of the sense that God is against us. So that's the first test. So the natural man always wants to natural man always feels that God is against him, and that God is always plotting against him and making life harder for him. That's how the natural man feels. So he would man would be very glad if he woke up one morning and then a pastor pastor or bishop read aloud and said that God they proved that God never existed, and that man would be ready to believe it because of everything, life being hard. So you see, man is used to feeling that God is against him, and that is why anytime things get hard or anything or something terrible happens, we always say, "Why has God allowed this to happen to us?" So, and when men and women are in a state of agony and are antagonistic towards God, then of course they cannot love God. So this is one of the tests, that we have a feeling that God is against us, and that we need to, no matter the hard times, we need to push and strive towards Him, no matter what's going on. So the second point is that there is a loss of the fear of God while a sense of awe remains. So we need to approach Him with reverence and godly fear, as it says in Hebrews 12:28. So that's basically all of this. First John goes all over it in chapter 4, and it helps explain it a lot. So be sure to give it a read if you want to really understand this section fully. So we lose that craven fear of God, but the reverence for Him still remains, and that's really the second test we need to focus upon. Third test is there is a feeling and a sense that God is for us and that God loves us. So the reason I put it like that is because it is very true to experience. We have lost that sense that God is against us at this point, and then we have started to move towards that, to have a feeling of sense that God is for us, and that God is kind to us, and that He's concerned about us, and that He truly loves us. So these tests are testing our love for God. If we succeed and pass every one of these trials, then we know that God's love is for us. The first one was that whatever hard is going on in life, we need to push through it, strive through it, and find God's love through it. The second one is that we need to fear Him and honor Him. We got to see His might, and we have to understand that He is all powerful, and we need to understand His will no matter what's going on. The third one is that once we've gotten past the first trial and we've gotten past the second trial, then we need to understand that God loves us, even though He's all powerful, that He can do whatever He wants, He loves us, and we need to understand that, and we need to love Him back, because He sent His Son to die on the cross for us. We need to understand that sense of belonging, that we need to love God and to fully understand Him. And that is, that's really the main test here, to understand God's love, and which is broken up into these 10 separate tests, which we will expand upon next week when Lucas is here. Okay. Yeah, this is a very, very short video. Just wanted to go over those few topics. Next week, if this video you found it hard to understand, then next week me and Lucas will be going over in full depth and helping to try to help you understand it if you have trouble with it. So thank you for watching. This is the Liam and Lucas Bible Podcast. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. Bye.